I'm videoing.
Please. Beauty may be in the eye of the beholder, but you, beholder, are wrong. What we see and what they say are what matters most, and this perception of beauty has led countless people to self-destruct. True beauty is in power, and that power is found in my three pieces today. An excerpt from Bossy Pants by Tina Fey, and Katie Mackay's spoken word piece, Pretty. But first, let's delve into some stereotypes that start young, in Barbie Doll by Marge, Piercy. This girl child was born as usual, and presented dolls and miniature GE stoves and irons, and wee lipsticks the color of cherry candy. Then, in the magic of puberty, a classmate said, "You have a great big nose and fat legs." She was healthy, tested intelligent, possessed strong arms and back, abundant sexual drive and manual dexterity. She went to and fro apologizing. Everyone saw a fat nose on thick legs. She was advised to play coy, exhorted to come on hearty, exercise, diet, smile, wheedle. Her good nature wore out like a fan belt. So she cut off her nose and her legs, and she offered them up. In the casket displayed on satin she lay, with the undertaker's cosmetics painted on, turned up, putty nose, dressed in a pink and white nightie. "Doesn't she look pretty?" everyone said. Consummation at last, to every woman, a happy ending. No one does satire better than Tina Fey, and her self-deprecating humor in her book Bossy Pants pinpoints the expectations of beauty we are supposed to uphold. In her own words, we have to lead by example. One afternoon, a girl in a bikini walked by, and my cousin Janet scoffed, "Look at the hips on her." I panicked. What about the hips? Were they too big? Too small? What were my hips? I didn't know hips could be a problem. I thought there was just fat or skinny. This was how I found out there are an infinite number of things that can be incorrect on a woman's body. At any given moment on planet Earth, a woman is buying a product to correct one of the following deficiencies: big pores, oily T-zone, cankles, no arch, and my eyebrows, muffin top. I may have only been 7 or 8, but I knew that this sucked. The standard of beauty was set. Small eyes, toothy smile, boobies, no buttocks, yellow hair. Let's talk about the hair for a second. Why do I call it yellow hair and not blonde hair? Because I'm pretty sure everyone calls my hair brown. Sure, when I was a kid, there were beautiful brunettes to be found, but they were regarded as the fun, exotic alternative. By the 80s, we started to see some real chocolate: Halle Berry, Naomi Campbell, Downtown, Julie Brown, and Tyra Banks. But I think the first real change in a woman's body image came when J-Lo turned it butt style. That was the first time having a large-scale situation in the back was part of mainstream American beauty. Girls wanted butts now, and men were free to admit they had always admired them. And from that day forward, women embraced their diversity and realized that all shapes and sizes are equal. Ah ha ha, I'm totally messing with you. All Beyonce and J-Lo have done is add to the laundry list of attributes a woman is supposed to have. Now every girl is expected to have Caucasian blue eyes, full Spanish lips, classic button nose, the abs of a lesbian gym owner, and the hips of a 9-year-old boy. The person closest to actually achieving this look is Kim Kardashian, who, as we know, was created by Russian scientists to sabotage our athletes. Everyone else is struggling. How do we survive this? How do we teach our daughters and our gay sons they are good enough the way they are? We have to lead by example. Here we end in the circus we have painted over the years. Katie Mackay's spoken word piece, Pretty, provides her own no-nonsense way of standing up for herself. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, "What will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be pretty? Will I be pretty?" What comes next? Oh, right, will I be rich, which is almost pretty, depending on where you shop. And the pretty question infects from conception, passing blood and breath into cells the word hangs. From our mother's hearts in a shrill fluorescent floodlight of where will I be wanted? Worthy? Pretty? But puberty left me this funhouse mirror dryad, teeth set at science fiction angles, crooked nose, face donkey long and pockmarked, where the hormones went finger painting. My poor mother. How could this happen? You'll have porcelain skin as soon as we can see a dermatologist. You sucked your thumb. That's why your teeth look like that. You were hit in the face with a frisbee when you were 6. Otherwise, your nose would have been just fine. Don't worry. We'll get it all fixed, she would say, grasping my face, twisting it this way and that as though it were a cabbage she might buy. But this is not about her. Not her fault. She, too, was raised to believe the greatest asset she could bestow upon her awkward little girl was a marketable facade. By 16, I was pickled with ointments, medications, peroxides, teeth corralled into steel prongs lying on a hospital bed, face packed with gauze cushioning the brand-new nose the surgeon had carved, belly gorged on 2 pints of my own blood I had swallowed under anesthesia, and every convulsive twist of my gut like my body screaming at me from the inside out, "What did you let them do to you?" And all the while, this never-ending chorus droning on and on, like the IV needle dripping liquid beauty into my blood. Will I be pretty? Will I be pretty like my mother, unwrapping the bouquet of daughter her $10,000 bought her pretty? Pretty. And now I have not seen my own face in 10 years. I have not seen my own face in 10 years, but this is not about me. This is about the self-mutilating circus we have painted ourselves clowns, and about women who will prowl 30 stores in 6 malls to find the right cocktail dress, but haven't a clue where to find fulfillment or how to wear joy, wandering through life, shackled to a shopping bag beneath those 2 pretty syllables. This is about my own someday daughter. When you approach me, already stung, stayed with insecurity, begging, "Mom, will I be pretty? Will I be pretty?" I will wipe that question from your mouth like cheap lipstick and answer no. The word pretty is unworthy of everything you will be, and no child of mine will be contained in 5 letters. You will be pretty intelligent, pretty creative, pretty amazing, but you will never be merely